What's going on, guys? So tonight we're doing a deck from one of you. I found this deck actually in Discord from one of my viewers. So shout out to the Windscar. She made this deck, at least a version very similar that I got the idea from, and I didn't have all the cards from her deck, so I went ahead and the two cards I was missing, I went ahead and substituted. But I still wanted to give shout out because, again, not my deck, so I don't want to take the credit for it. But let's check out the deck. You guys know I love my lock decks. And with this big energy week we have this week, I thought this deck looked really neat. And I was so excited to try it out because I love lock decks. So that's what this is. We have another lock deck tonight for you. Again, coming from the Windscar. The cards I did not have that I substituted, I substituted Terminator because I don't have that card, and I put in Supermassive Black Hole. And then there is a card called the Stellar or something. I also didn't have. I think it's a basic legendary. It's not limited, but I didn't have it, so I went ahead and substituted for Zangief. And I'll explain why I added that card specifically. So this deck is running Matt Mons. So I felt like, because a lot of times you're going to leave this card sitting in your hand, that if you just leave it in your hand most of the game and it receives a couple Zang buffs, this thing can basically become your late game bomb. So that is why I did that. But let's take a look at the deck. Like I said, it is a lock deck. So this one is running Statue of Liberty specifically. And we have the Dark Web buff going along with that. It is a big, expensive week. So getting a lot of big fatties in the deck is really, really nice. So we have Planet X in the deck. Obviously, we're going to get that nice space buff. So with the Statue of Liberty, we chose our we're doing a 666 deck. We chose Arts and Culture, Space, and Science. So those are our three. So we have 6 space cards. We'll go through those. Planet X, obviously going to get that 14 permanent buff on our space cards. We already talked about Black Hole. Star Shade's one of the new cards. Basically, when played, 5 random opponents' space cards, wherever they are, lose 20 for 2 turns. And then once this is returned, if your deck has 5 or more space cards, 5 of your random non-space cards, you're going to get a nice plus 15 until played buff. We mentioned Matt kind of already too. It's just going to buff our space and science cards plus 13 permanently. And then if we do decide to return it and play it, those are going to also lose 13 permanently. And then an opponent's random card in hand burns 34 for 2 turns. And your Matt card, wherever it is, gains plus 28 until played. I don't believe Matt is in the deck, so I don't think it's counting itself. Next space cards we have down here, we have Kepler 13, one of our lock cards. So nice big. It's going to turn into a pretty big, heavy beater. And then also going to be locking up our opponent's cards, messing up their cycling. That's the whole fun part of the lock deck, is really messing up our opponent's plans. Sometimes we'll lock 3 cards out, and they can only play 2 cards on a specific round, and it can really hurt their game. So that's the fun part. We have Europa. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but Europa. When returned, 2 opponents' random space cards in hand lock next turn, and a random your card in hand gains plus 10 until played. Is that misspelled? And a random your card in hand. Yeah, I don't think they got that typed right. But anyway, so that's the space cards. Let's switch over to our arts and culture cards. We have 6. So we've included the Renaissance, so we get a nice plus 28 until played buff. On our arts and culture, we've got Da Vinci, Master Artist. When drawn, an opponent's random science card in hand locks this round. And then when returned, your remaining science cards gain plus 15 until played. And your opponent's cards, wherever they are, cost plus 1 next turn. We're also rocking Merlin as one of the lock cards in the deck. When returned, we lock a random card, and then we burn a random opponent's card 12 until played. We've got Calypso, another lock card. When we draw it, an opponent's random card locks this turn. And then when returned, we lock opponent's card as well the next turn. A couple down here that I thought were kind of neat inclusions. We have Ymir. When drawn, an opponent's random card in hand locks this turn. And if you are losing the round, an opponent's random card in hand loses 20 until played. Just some nice, big, expensive, meaty cards. So we're going to get some good power down from these. Triathlon, again. When drawn, an opponent's random card in hand locks. We're also going to... one of his cards is going to lose 10 this turn. And going to cost +1 this turn. So not the craziest card, but again, nice, fat, meaty card. It's going to get bigger and bigger as the game goes on. All right, let's check out our science cards. We already talked about Statue of Liberty. Jet Car, nice finisher. It's going to get +80 on the cards next to it. We've got landforms again. If you're leading by 100 or more, a random card in your hand gains +120 until played. So we're hoping to target, again, like I said, our Mons. That's just sitting, hanging out in our hand. Dark Web, again, getting that nice +16 buff, hopefully. Eye of the Storm, another lock card for us. Can either lock 2 or 3 of our opponent's cards, potentially unlock our cards if we need to. Also, Siege Tower. Going to get a nice buff off of it. When drawn, your cards in hand gain +32 and cost +2 until played. So that's the deck, guys. Let's go check it out. It's been pretty good for me so far. I think I played 4 games with it so far, and I haven't lost yet. So let's see if I can keep the momentum alive. Again, not the exact deck that the Windscar showed me, but very similar. Like I said, I only swapped out 2 cards. One of them is pretty important. I mean, the Terminator is an important card in this deck. So, again, I didn't have it, and I couldn't get a hold of a copy in time for the video. So that's all right. Still plays pretty good, so let's go ahead and show it. Ooh, I wonder if I can get that landform with the jet card right out the gate. Maybe we get up by 100. He is playing 2 space cards, though, so I don't know. Maybe not. We're going to go for it, though. Risk it for the biscuit. That's what I always say. And then I like to say, whose chair is that? Not my chair, not my problem. If you guys know what that's from, drop it in the comments. I love that reference. And you guys know, if you've seen this video, you know what I'm talking about. Also talk about Indians in the teepee. There's the Seahorse Sea Hell Party. A lot of references from this video. All right, what do we got? We got Dark Web. Let's go ahead and get it down. I want to get the buff. He's got a bunch of space cards, so we can take advantage of this card. And let's get yeah, we'll get Triathlon back. Start locking them down. Meh. 22. Gonna lock him or her down. Boom. Let's drop the shades. 4 cards locked over there already. And that's what I'm talking about. Let's just make it to where they can't even play. They're like, do we even bother? Didn't even bother. Too funny. Let's go ahead and lock something else then. Oh, he's going to unlock. Never mind. Should have thought of that. Probably held Merlin. Oh, well. Let's see here. We got Planet X. Siege Tower. Let me see if he plays 2 or 3 cards here. Excuse me. They give up. Drop a little Star Eye. Guess they just quit, huh? They don't like getting locked down, do they? It's what we call rage quitting right there. You can see our Mon's getting decently large, though. Already up to 315. I'm just going to keep dropping power. I don't care. If you don't want to play, you don't want to play. Ain't stopping us, though. Well, this is not a fun game. I hate when they rage quit on me like this. Kind of ruins it. We were doing good, though, too. Oh, we're definitely dropping Zangief. I'm up by over 100 for sure. So let's do it. I'll take that buff on Mons. I mean, is our opponent still there, just making us wait? Because I'm surprised it hasn't just quit the game, honestly. He's just that frustrated. He wants us to suffer through. I mean, we'll do it. I don't care. If that's what he wants, or she, we're going to do it. It's like they know I'm hitting that record button tonight, and they're like, nope, we ain't having none of it. Well, sorry for this video, guys. Hopefully, if you guys are bored, go ahead and skip forward to game 2. You know, maybe we can pick up from there and show a better game. This is unfortunate here. But as always, guys, if you enjoy the content and you enjoy the cool deck ideas, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. As always, it does help out the channel. We're trying to grow the channel as big as we can, so all your guys' help is greatly appreciated. And I thank you for those that do hit the subscribe button. Definitely helps me out. Well, this is definitely going to be the last round. We're going to play our big meaty cards that last round, too. I can't resist. I'm dropping that jet car. I'm doing it. If I got to win by 2,000, I will do it. I don't care. All right, here we go. Last turn. Let's get our big meatiness on. Look at that, for a lock deck dropping 1,000. That's not too shabby. I will take that all day. And that's just round 3, so you can imagine if Mon's got a few more buffs late game, this thing could drop some pretty meaty power. All right, well, there's game 1. Sorry again for making you guys suffer through that. Let's see if we can get a real game now. Try this again. Maybe I'll climb out of... Maybe I'll start... Oh, yeah, see, look, he sent me a little thing. He was just sitting there all game. What in the heck? Who does that? Who does that? But anyway, maybe I'll try to climb out this week with this deck, just because I really enjoy this deck. climb up to dragon with this thing. See if I can lock my opponents and make them rage quit all week. I'll do it. I'm crazy. I'm crazy, I say. All right, let's see who we playing this time. Just hopefully it's not the same guy. Meh, 22. Let me get a little meh. All right, here we go. Them's my chickens. That's a funny name, too. All right, them's my chickens. Here we go. Let's do this. All right, Planet X. All right, Heimdall. He's got a good deck, that's for sure. This is probably going to be a tough one. Hopefully we can do something, though. Against them's my chickens. See if we can drop another 2,000 power round 3. That'd be pretty sweet. That was impressive. I like it. Especially for a lock deck. Let's do it like this. First time I've actually been out of mana. Or energy. Sorry. Dang you, Magic the Gathering. You've done corrupted me. All right, a little bit behind here. See if we can get a good draw. There we go. Nice Planet X. Let's do it like that. Hopefully that's enough. Ooh, and if he only plays 2, we're going to lock 3 cards. I like that. Should have held that Iron Maiden till... Well, I guess we don't really need the extra energy, though, do we? So never mind. But I do like locking out 3 of his cards. Get me some of them chickens, you know what I'm saying? Because they ain't his chickens. Them's is my chickens. All right, here we go. Jet car coming in hot. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. When you screw them up, they can only play 2 cards. It's so satisfying. I don't know what it is about doing that, but always feels so nice. You're like, ha, messed you up. We done messed you up. All right, got his Testudo down there on turn 2. So he's going to be hitting a little harder next turn. But at least it's just for 1 turn. Feels a little bit like a waste. All right, looks like he's going to get this round here, I believe. Oh, he's playing Eye of the Storm as well, huh? That's cool. Didn't want to hold his Sidonia, so it makes me think that's probably a bot. There we go. Good turn for us. Let's see if he says anything. I'm not sure if that's a bot or not. Hello. All right, there's our Planet X. And we drew our Zangi when we're up to 40. That's nice. So we should get the trigger here. Come on, hit that Mons. You don't want to hit that Renaissance. There we go. See if he plays 3. He does. All right, we'll go this way then. Ooh, good turn for him. Still got him, though. Yeah, I definitely like this deck a lot. This is a sweet deck. Especially this week with as much energy as we get. There we go. Hit that space card. And the science card. Yes. Oh, another one? Oh, that'd have been sweet if we locked 4. Yeah, it unlocks him and all, but still, it's just sweet that it really sets him behind. Ooh, now I can drop this too and relock those 3 cards. Ooh, brutal. So he's only gonna be able to play 2 cards twice here, right? Yeah, let's do it like that. Nasty. Oh, I was going to say, if Kepler hits one too, my goodness. He has lost this game. All right, keeping up with us a little bit. Even though he's only playing 2 cards. Still 300 down, though. I think we got this. If our Mons unlocks here, that's 400 right there. Ooh. Ooh. Almost 5. Boom. Let me hear you say, boom. Come on, let me hear you say it, guys. Just one time. I just want to hear it. Just want to hear the boom. Ooh, he had a good turn. Wasn't expecting that. But not enough. All right, guys, that's the deck. Again, sorry for the first game. Kind of stunk that the guy quit and then gave us a little smiley face after the fact as we just sat there and played ourselves. But all in all, deck did really, really well. So when you're kicking butt like that, that's what happens, you know. People just rage quit. They just can't help themselves. So, but again, shout out to the Wing Scar. Her deck definitely kicked butt. And I really enjoyed playing it, so thank you for the list. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Like I said, if it looks interesting, check it out. It's a lot of fun to play this week, and I really enjoyed it. So, again, if you guys like the content, hit that like button and that subscribe button, please. And have a good night.